ሄሎ ውዶቼ ሰላማችሁ ይብዛ። እንዴት ናችሁ? ምናልባት አዳዲሶች መታችሁ ከሆነ IT exam oriented courses in this channel about economics department and any department from business and economics college የሚጠቅማቸውን so please subscribe to the channel, like the video and share it with your friends። አሁን ይህንን ወደ መጨረስ እየደን ስለሆነ ቀጣይ ሰፋ አድርገን የምንሰራቸው ብዙ ነገሮች ስለሚኖሩ ኤግዚት ኦሪየንትድ የሆኑ ነገሮች ብዙ ነገር የምንሰራው ነገር ስላለ ሰብስክራይብ እና ላይክ ለሌሎችም ደግሞ ሼር ማድረጋችሁን እንዳትረሱ። እንቀጥል። Have you ever asked yourself how a change in interest rates by the central bank can affect price, output and even jobs in the economy? በማዕከላዊ ባንክ የወለድ መጠን ላይ የሚደረገው ለውጥ እንዴት በዋጋ በአውትፑት እና በኢኮኖሚ ውስጥ ያሉ ስራዎችን እንዴት እንደሚጎዳ ራስን ጠይቀህ ታውቃለህ? Today we will continue with section 5.4.2 monetary transmission mechanism. What is monetary transmission mechanism? It deals with the interaction between monetary sector and release sectors. It involves channels through which monetary policy decisions affect the economy's output and price level. That means the monetary transmission mechanism explains how monetary policy decisions affect the real economy. የሞኔታሪ ትራንስሚሽን የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ ውሳኔዎች በእውነተኛው ኢኮኖሚ ላይ እንዴት እንደሚነካ ያብራራል። It focuses on the interaction between the monetary sector like money, interest rate, banks, and the release sector or output, employment, prices. Why is it important? Unless the transmission mechanism of monetary policy is fully understood, there will always be uncertainty about the timing and effectiveness of monetary policy action. That means if the transmission mechanism is not fully understood, የትራንስሚሽን ዘዴ ሙሉ በሙሉ ካልተረዳን ፖሊስ ሜከር ፌስ አንሰርቴኒቲ ፖሊስ አውጪዎች እርግጠኛ ለመሆን ይገጥማቸዋል። the timing and effectiveness of monetary policy become unclear. የገንዘብ ፖሊስ ጊዜና ውጤታማነት ግልጽ አይሆንም። this is why central bank study transmission channel carefully. ማዕከላዊ ባንኮች የትራንስሚሽን ቻነሎችን በጥንቃቄ የሚያጥኑት ለዚህ ነው። So, main channel of monetary policy transmission የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ ትራንስሚሽን ዋና ቻነሎች monetary policy affect the economy through four main channel. The main monetary policy transmission channel include interest rate channel, asset channel, credit channel and exchange rate channel. Now we will explain each channel step by step and very simply. Guys, if this lesson is helping you, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. እኔ እንደዚህ አዘጋጅቼ እያቀረብኩ የሚጠቅማቸውን ብቻ ፎከስ አድርገህ ከብዙ ዳታዎች ሰብስቤ በሚመቻቸው መልክ ሲያቀርብ እናንተ ደግሞ ያቺ ጎን ያለች ሰብስክራይቧን ነካና ላይኳን ነካ ማድረግ ካቃታችሁ guys this is not fair. So ይገባችኋል አድርጉ። Okay, let's start from interest rate channel or this is main channel. Okay, what is interest rate channel? It operates through the impact of monetary shocks on liquidity condition and real interest rate, which in turn affect interest rate sensitivity component of aggregate demand such as consumption and investment. የኢንተረስት ቻነል የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ የወለድ ተመኖች በመለዋወጥ ኢኮኖሚው እንዴት አፌክት እንደሚያደርጉ ያብራራል። That means the interest rate channel explains how monetary policy affect the economy through change in real interest rate. Monetary policy first affect liquidity and interest rate, which then influence consumption and investment. የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በመጀመሪያ በሊኩዊዲቲ እና በኢንተረስት ተመኖች ላይ ተጽዕኖ ያሳድራል። ከዚያ ተጽዕኖ የሚያሳድረው ፍጆታንና ኢንቨስትመንትን በመንካት ነው። These are the interest rate sensitive component of aggregate demand. Expansionary monetary policy leads to fall in the interest rate, decreasing the cost of capital and stimulating investment, which then result in an increase in aggregate demand and output. ማለትም when we see expansionary monetary policy, when the central bank increase the money supply, ማዕከላዊ ባንክ የገንዘብ አቅርቦቱን ሲጨምር ምን ይሆናል? real interest rate fall, የወለድ መጠን ይቀንሳል። cost of borrowing become cheaper, firms increase investment, aggregate demand rise, output also increase ይሆናል ማለት ነው። so money supply increase, real interest rate decrease ይሆናል። investment increase ይሆናል። output increase ይሆናል። where money supply increase indicate an expansionary monetary policy leading to fall in real interest rate. How about contraction monetary policy? When contractionary monetary policy is implemented, the reverse is true. When the central bank reduce money supply, real interest rate rise, borrowing become expensive, investment fall, aggregate demand and output also decline. The reverse process occurs ማለት ነው። ለመሆኑ why real interest rate matters, not nominal? why real interest rate matters? ኖሚናል ለምንድን ነው ያለው ነው? እዚህ ለምንድን ነው ችግር real interest ችግር የሆነው? እዚህ an important feature of the interest rate transmission mechanism, it is emphasis on the real interest rate rather than the nominal interest rate as the rate that affect consumer and business decision. That means an important feature of this channel is that economic decision depend on real interest rate, not the nominal rate. የዚህ ቻናል ጠቃሚ ገጽታ ኢኮኖሚው ውሳኔዎች በሪሊ ኢንተረስት ሬት እንጂ በኖሚናል ሬት ላይ የተመሰረተ ለመሆኑ ነው። why? because price are stick in the short run. okay, this is answer for that question. why real interest rate matters? because price are stick in the short term. okay, the second channel is also asset channel. what is asset channel? the asset channel explains how monetary policy affect the economy through asset price. የአሴት ቻናል የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በንብረት ዋጋ ኢኮኖሚውን እንዴት እንደምነካ ያብራራል። የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በንብረት ዋጋ ኢኮኖሚ በምን ዋጋ? በንብረት ዋጋ በአሴት ፕራይስ ኢኮኖሚውን እንዴት እንደምነካ ያብራራል። ሞኔታሪ ሾክስ ኢንፍሉዌንስ የሚያደርጉት ኢኩዊቲ ፕራይስ ኦር ሼሪስ፣ ሪል ስቴትስ ፕራይስ፣ አደር አሴት ቫልዩ ነው። እነዚህን ኢንፍሉዌንስ ያደርጋሉ። transmits the impact of monetary shocks on yields, equities, shares, real estate, and other domestic assets operating through change in the market value of the corporate and household wealth. So, changes in asset price affect the policy of firm and household, which then affect spending and investment. በንብረቶች ዋጋ ላይ የሚደረጉ ለውጦች በድርጅቶችና በተሰቦች ሀብት ላይ ተጽዕኖ ያሳድራሉ። ይህ ደግሞ ወጪንና ኢንቨስትመንትን ይነካል። When we see Tobin from here, Tobin's define key stock market value of a firm over replacement cost of physical capital. Q defined as the ratio of the market value of firm to the replacement cost of capital owned by that firm. When Q is high, the market price of firm is high relative to replacement cost of capital. Company can issue stock and get high price for it relative to the cost of the facility and equipment they are buying. Therefore, investment spending will rise. So, Tobin defined Q as Q equals to market value of firm over replacement cost of its physical capital. Market value of the firm shares in stocks market በአክሲዮን ገበያ ውስጥ የኩባንያዎች አክሲዮኖች ዋጋ ነው። ሪፕሌስመንት ኮስት ደግሞ ኮስት ኦፍ ባይንግ ኦር ሪፕሌሲንግ ማሽን ቢልዲንግ ኤንድ ኢኩፕመንት ማሽኖች እና ህንፃዎችን እና መሳሪያዎችን የመግዛት ወይም የመተካት ፕራይስ ነው። ሶ ሃይ ኪው ኦር ኪው greater than 1 market value is high relative to replacement cost. Firms can issue shares at high price. Investment became attractive, but low Q or Q less than 1 market value is low. Investment is discouraged. So expansionary monetary policy increased the demand for equities, rising equity price and thereby boost market value of firm relative to the replacement cost of capital. This will result in increased investment and therefore output. That means expansionary monetary policy through asset channel. When money supply increase, demand for equity increase. Equity price also increase. Market value of firm also increase. Tobin's Q also increase. Firms increase investment. Output also increase. When we transmission chain, money supply increase. This leads to asset price increase. Then also key increase. Then investment increase. Then output increase. So when money supply decrease, the reverse occurs. Means when money supply decrease, asset price fall. Q declines. Investment decrease. Output also fall. So the asset channel works by changing asset price, which affect firm value, investment decision, and finally economic output. So in summary, the asset channel shows how monetary policy can stimulate the economy by raising asset price and encouraging investment through Tobin's key. The second one from asset channel is also wealth channel. ቤዚክ አይዲያ ምንድነው? የዚህ የዌልዝ ቻነል ከተባለ the wealth channel explains how monetary policy affect consumption through changing household wealth. መሰረታዊ ሐሳብ የዌልዝ ቻነል የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በቤተሰብ ሀብት ላይ በሚደረጉ ለውጦች ፍጆታን እንዴት እንደሚጎዳ ያብራራል። አንድ ወንድ ማጆሊያን were the earliest to take this approach using the famous life cycle hypothesis of consumption. This approach was developed by Ando and Morgillian under the life cycle hypothesis of consumption. The basic premise of the life cycle theory is that consumers smooth out their consumption over time. Therefore, what determines consumption spending is the lifetime resource of consumer, not just today's income. When we see life cycle hypothesis, consumers try to smooth their consumption over time. ሸማቾች በጊዜ ሂደቶች ፍጆታቸውን ለማቃለል እንደሚሞክሩ ያብራራል። People do not decide consumption only based on today's income. ሰዎች ዛሬ ባለው ገቢ ላይ ብቻ ፍጆታ እንደማይወሰኑ ይነግረናል። Instead, consumption depend on lifetime resource. ይልቁንም ፍጆታ በህይወት ዘመን ሀብቶች ላይ የተመሰረተ ነው። So, a key part of life resource is financial wealth. የህይወት ዘመን ሀብቶች ቁልፍ አካል የገንዘብ ሁኔታ ነው። So, key part of lifetime resource is financial wealth. Okay, then an important component of consumer lifetime resource is their financial wealth. An important component of consumer lifetime resource is their financial wealth. A major component of which is common stocks. When stock price rise, the value of financial wealth increase, thereby increasing the lifetime resource of consumer and consumption should rise. That means financial wealth includes stocks or shares, bonds, other financial asset. Then stocks are major component of wealth. When stock price rise, financial wealth also increase. Lifetime resource also increase. Consumption spending also increase ይሆናል ማለት ነው። So expansionary monetary policy which lowers interest rate encourage people to reduce their holding of interest earning deposit bonds and substitute them with equity or stocks, thereby increasing stocks price. Increases their wealth resulting in higher consumption, expenditure, and output. This also talks about expansionary monetary policy and wealth channel. Expansionary monetary policy lowers interest rate, makes interest earning deposit and bonds less attractive, encourages people to buy stocks and equities, increased demand for stocks raises stock prices. Higher stock price increase household wealth. Higher wealth leads to higher consumption. Higher consumption increases output. The expansionary monetary policy can lead to rise in stocks price. We now have another monetary transmission mechanism. So money supply increase, stock prices also increase, wealth also increase, consumption also increase, output also increase. So the wealth channel shows that monetary policy can stimulate the economy by increasing stocks price, which rise household wealth and consumption. So የዌልዝ ቻነል እንደሚያሳየው የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ የአክሲዮን ዋጋ በመጨመር ኢኮኖሚውን ሊያነቃቃ ይችላል። ይህም የቤተሰብ ሀብትንና ፍጆታን ይጨምራል ማለት ነው። In summary, when monetary policy rises asset price, people feel wealthier, spend more, and this boosts economic output. Okay. The third one from the monetary policy affect the economic channel is also credit channel. What is the basic idea for credit channel? The credit channel explains how monetary policy affect the economy by influencing access to credit. መሰረታዊ ሐሳቢው የክሬዲት ቻነሉ የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በብድር ተደራሽነት ላይ ተጽዕኖ በማድረግ ኢኮኖሚውን እንዴት እንደሚጎዳ ነው። የክሬዲት ቻነል መሰረታዊ ሐሳብ የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በብድር ተደራሽነት ላይ ተጽዕኖ በማድረግ ኢኮኖሚውን እንዴት ይነካል የሚለውን ያብራራልናል። This view of monetary transmission emphasized how asymmetric information and costly enforcement of contract create agents problem in financial market. This means it emphasizes problems like asymmetric information or borrowers now more than lenders, costly enforcement of contracts. This problem create agency issues in financial market. Because of this problem, banks play crucial role in transmitting monetary policy. በእነዚህ ችግሮች ምክንያት ባንኮች የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በማስተላለፍ ረገድ ወሳኝ ሚና ይጫወታል። How monetary policy works through credit. It works by influencing banks' ability to make loans following changes in the monetary base. Monetary policy, which alters interest rate, tends to affect the external finance premium. That means monetary policy changes interest rate and banks' reserve. This change affects the external finance premium or extra cost of borrowing externally compared to using own funds. Two mechanisms to explain the link between monetary policy action and the external finance premium are the bank lending channel and the broad credit channel. So here is two main credit channel, bank lending channel and broad credit channel. When we see bank lending channel, what is the key idea of bank lending channel? Banks are especially because they are good at solving information problem. ባንኮች የመረጃ ችግሮችን በመፍታት ረገድ ጥሩ ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ። ማለት ጥሩና ልዩ ናቸው። ጥሩ ስለሆኑ ባንኮች የመረጃ ችግሮችን በመፍታት ረገድ ጥሩ ስለሆኑ ልዩ ናቸው። Many firms and households depend heavily on banks loan. ብዙ ድርጅቶች እና ባወራዎች በባንክ ብድር ላይ ጥገኛ ናቸው። So this channel is based on the fact that banks play a special role in the financial system because they are especially well suited to solve asymmetric information problem in credit market. So expansionary monetary policy, which is increases bank reserve and bank deposit, increase the quantity of bank loan available. That means expansionary monetary policy increase in money supply, raises bank reserve, increases bank deposit, and increases availability of bank loan because many borrowers are dependent on bank loan to finance their activity. This increase in loans will cause investment and possible consumer spending to rise. So more loans lead to higher investment, possible higher consumption, and higher output. So in transmission chain, money supply increase, bank deposit also increase, bank loans also increase, investment and output also increase. The second one is also broad credit channel. The broad credit channel operates via the net wealth of business firms and household. ይህ ቻነል የሚንቀሳቀሰው በተጣራ ድርጅቶች እና ቤተሰቦች ሀብት በኩል ነው። This channel works through borrowers' net worth and collateral. Firstly, asset prices are especially important as they determine the value of collateral that firm and consumer may present to obtain them. First mechanism, collateral value. Asset price determine the value of collateral. የንብረት ዋጋዎች የመያዣ ዋጋን ይወስናል። The higher collateral value stimulates bank loan to borrowers, thereby raising investment and consumption. Higher asset price ከፍተኛ የንብረት ዋጋ increase collateral value የዋስትና እሴቶችን ይጨምራሉ። make bank more willing to lend. ባንኮች ለማበደር የበለጠ ፈቃደኛ እንዲሆኑ ያደርጋል። increase investment and consumption. Secondly, a rise in money supply reduce lending rate and thereby raises the proportion of safe borrowers in pool of loan applicant, implying less adverse selection. So second mechanism, adverse selection. Expansionary monetary policy lowers lending rate, attract more safe borrowers. This reduce adverse selection problem. Bank increase lending further. This enhance more lending and hence more investment and consumer spending. Besides more profitability and higher net worth of firms give firms less incentive to undertake risk activity and reduce morale. So moral hazard reduction, higher profit and net worth ከፍተኛ ትርፍና የተጠራ ዋጋ ይጨምራል። reduce risk behavior by firm means moral hazard reduction ማለት ነው። higher profit and net worth ይጨምራል። reduce risk behavior by firm, reduce moral hazard. This further encourage banks to lend. ይህ ደግሞ ባንኮች ብድር እንዲሰጡ ያበረታታል። So simply the credit channel shows that monetary policy affects the economy by changing the availability and cost of credit through banks and borrower net worth. የብድር ቻነሉ የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በባንክና በተበዳሪው የተጣራ ዋጋ የብድር አቅርቦትንና ወጪን በመቀየር ኢኮኖሚው እንዴት እንደምነካ ያሳያል። So in summary, by improving banks' lending capacity and borrowers' financial strength, monetary policy can boost investment, consumption and economic activity. So በአጠቃላይ የባንኮችን ብድር የባንኮች የብድር አቅም እና የተበዳሪዎች የፋይናንስ ጥንካሬ በማሻሻል የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ ኢንቨስትመንትን፣ ፍጆታን እና ኢኮኖሚ እንቅስቃሴን ሊያሳድግ ይችላል ማለት ነው። ሶ the fourth one is also exchange rate። ምንድነው የዚህ ደግሞ የቤዚክ አይዲያ in an open economy with flexible exchange rate monetary policy also works through the exchange rate። በተለዋዋጭ የምንዛሬ ተመኖች ኦፕን ኢኮኖሚ ውስጥ የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ እንዲሁ በምንዛሬ ተመን ይሰራል። this channel operate mainly through interest rate changes። ይህ ቻነል በዋናኛነት በወለድ ለውጥ ነው የሚሰራው፣ በዚህ ላይ ነው የሚሰራውና so in open economy with flexible exchange rate an additional channel of transmission is the exchange rate channel. This channel also involves interest rate effect. So how the exchange rate channel works? When domestic real interest rate fall, domestic currency deposit became less attractive relative to deposit denominated in foreign currency. As a result, the value of domestic currency deposit relative to other currency deposit fall and domestic currency depreciate, which makes domestic goods cheaper than foreign goods, thereby causing a rise in net export and hence increases aggregate output. That means how the exchange rate channel works. Expansionary monetary policy increasing money supply lowers domestic real interest rate. Expansionary monetary policy የገንዘብ አቅርቦት መጨመር የሀገር ውስጥ እውነተኛ የወለድ ምጣኔን ይቀንሳል። ዶሜስቲክ ከረንሲ ዲፖዚት became less attractive than foreign currency deposit። የሀገር ውስጥ ምንዛሬ ዲፖዚት የሀገር ውስጥ ምንዛሬ ዲፖዚት ገንዘብ ይልቅ የውጭ ምንዛሬ ዲፖዚት ማራኪ ይሆናል። ምን ሲሆን ኤክስፓንሽነሪ ሞኔታሪ ፖሊሲ increase in money supply lowers domestic real interest rate. Domestic currency deposit became less attractive than foreign currency deposit. Investor move funds abroad. This leads to capital outflow. This investor move funds abroad. This leads to capital outflow. ባለሀብቶች ገንዘቦችን ወደ ውጪ ሀገር ያንቀሳቀሳሉ። ይህ ካፒታል ፍሰትን ይፈጥራል። ዶሜስቲክ ከረንሲ ዲፕሪሺየት ይሆናል። የሀገር ውስጥ ምንዛሬ ዋጋ ይቀንሳል ማለት ነው። ኢፌክት ኦፍ ከረንሲ ዲፕሪሺየሽን ካየን ደግሞ የምንዛሬ ዋጋ የመቀነስ ውጤትን ካየን ደግሞ እነዚህ ላይ የቆጠርናቸው how exchange rate channel works በሚለው ውስጥ ኤክስፓንሽነሪ ሞኔታሪ ፖሊሲን እና ኢንክሪዝ ኢን ማኒ ሰፕላይ ሎወርስ ዶሜስቲክ ሪል ኢንተረስት ሬት ኤክስፓንሽነሪ ሞኔታሪ ታይሚንግስ ሞኔታሪ ከረንሲ ማለት ዶሜስቲክ ከረንሲ ዲፖዚት became less attractive than foreign currency deposit. Investor move funds abroad. This also lead to capital outflow. እና ዶሜስቲክ ከረንሲ ዲፕሪሺየት ይሆናል። so effect of currency depreciation የምንዛሬ ዋጋ መቀነስ ውጤት ደግሞ ምን መስላል ካለን domestic goods became cheaper than foreign goods። የሀገር ውስጥ እቃዎች ከውጭ እቃዎች የበለጠ ርካሽ ይሆናሉ። exports increase, import decrease, net export rise, aggregate output increase። ድምር ውጤት ይጨምራል ማለት ነው። so transmission chain ካየን money supply increase ከሆነ interest rate decrease ይሆናል። exchange rate decrease or depreciation ይመጣል እና net export increase ይሆናል። output ደግሞ increase ይሆናል ማለት ነው። so here is also interest rate differential. A rise in money supply pulls domestic nominally interest rate to below its foreign counterpart, promoting net capital outflow and depreciation of domestic currency. That means when domestic interest rate fall below foreign interest rate የሀገር ውስጥ የወለድ ከውጭ ወለድ በታች ሲወርድ capital flow out of the country capital ከሀገር ውስጥ ይወጣል። domestic currency depreciate የሀገር ውስጥ ምንዛሬ ዋጋ ይቀንሳል። this strengthens the exchange rate channel. What affects the strength of this channel? The effectiveness of the exchange rate channel depend on the exchange rate regime or ፊክስድ ኦር ፍሌክሲብል የምንዛሬ ተመን ስርዓት ቋሚ ወይም ተለዋጭ the degree of exchange rate ፓሰረው የምንዛሬ ተመን ደረጃ the openness of capital flows የካፒታል ፍሰቶች ክፍተነት let's see exchange rate channel under fixed exchange rate የምንዛሬ ተመን ቻናል በቋሚ የምንዛሬ ተመኖች ስር under fixed exchange rate system an expansionary monetary policy initially lowers the domestic interest rate and raises income. This results in capital outflow as well as current account deficit. The government attempted to increase the money supply failed because rising money supply implies tendency for domestic currency to depreciate, which calls for central bank to buy domestic currency with foreign reserve, reversing an initially rise in money supply. This leads to constraint in conducting monetary policy. In summary, the exchange rate channel allows for the importance of international capital flows in response to monetary policy. This all means exchange rate channel under fixed exchange rate expansionary monetary policy. Initially, expansionary monetary policy በመጀመሪያ lowers domestic interest rate የሀገር ውስጥ የወለድ ምጣኔን ይቀንሳል። exchange rate channel under fixed exchange rate expansionary monetary policy initially lowers domestic interest rate rise income ገቢ ያሳድጋል but it causes capital outflow current account deficit. To maintain the fixed exchange rate ቋሚ የምንዛሬ ተመን ለመጠበቅ the central bank must buy domestic currency using foreign reserve. ማዕከላዊ ባንክ የውጭ ሪሰርቮችን በመጠቀም የሀገር ውስጥ ምንዛሬ መግዛት አለበት። This reverses the increase in money supply. ይህ የገንዘብ አቅርቦት መጨመርን ይለውጣል። Therefore, monetary policy became constrained under fixed exchange rate regime. ስለዚህ የገንዘብ ፖሊሲ በቋሚ ምንዛሬ ተመን አገዛዞች ይገደባል ማለት ነው። In summary, monetary policy affects output not only through domestic channel but also through exchange rate and international trade. So to conclude today's class, we discussed the monetary transmission mechanism, which explains how monetary policy actions are transmitted from the monetary sector to the real sector of the economy. We learned that monetary policy affects output and price through four main channels: the interest rate channel, asset or wealth channel, credit channel, and exchange rate channel. Each channel shows different paths through which channel in money supply and interest rate influence consumption, investment, net export, and overall economic activity. The key takeaway is that monetary policy does not work instantly. Its effectiveness depends on this transmission channel, the structure of the financial system, the presence of time lags. That is why understanding the transmission mechanism is very important for both policymakers and students of economics. In our next class, we will continue by analyzing this channel more deeply and discussing their practical relevance in developing economies. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next lecture.